You guys.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us this expert. I'm sorry for the internet disturbance. So as we all know, P4PE Talks is a platform where we use expert insights to develop professionals and individuals. Um, they are appropriate for personal development, for business growth, and career advancement. P4PE Talks is a platform that is hosted by P4PE Institute. And a brief outline of who we are as an institute. We provide cutting edge solutions. We provide superior people and superior shareholder value. Here are some of our brands that we have been known for over the last couple of years. Um, Stand out among them are e-learning platform, Provacity. There's also HR1 Recruiter, as well as some of our other well-known brands. Podlancer we just launched recently. Participate in any of them. So as an institute, these are some of our solutions. HR solutions, we have our career solutions, business solutions, talent management, have a lot of training programs. So our website is there that where you can go check out some of these solutions for career and for business. I'm your host for today, and my name is Nehemiah James. Our webinar topic for today will be transforming business ideas into into reality. And before we go ahead, we have a few protocols that we'd like everyone to please adhere to. So if you're not a facilitator, of course, we'd like you to please mute your audio and turn off your video as well. You may only speak on the facilitator's invitation. If you have questions, if you have comments, if you have concerns, you can use the chat box, the comment section. So moving forward, let's introduce our speaker for the day, Mr. Mark Onoja. Mr. Mark Onoja is a businessman with business in its totality. He's a coach, he's a developer of startups and small businesses that have yielded incredible growth and increase in profit in less than 90 days. He's a builder by qualification. He's a member of the Nigerian Institute of Management. He holds a Persuasion and Communication Management certificate from the Nesburg School of Business Management. He's a project management professional and is trained in Google user experience and design, among the other certifications. He's the founder of the Startup Academy in Nigeria and has spent more than a decade developing and analyzing businesses, facilitating trainings on digital marketing, business development, human capital, and management for individual TMP, Chi Industries, First Fossil Nigeria Limited, Hybrid Consult Limited, amongst others. So we welcome Mr. Makonoja to take stage now. Mr. Makonoja, you can please share your screen with us now. You have the floor, sir.
Okay, all right, everyone, good afternoon. My name is Mark Onoja, and I'm very glad and happy to be here, to be able to share with us. Okay, this is my real face. Um, so good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mark Onoja. Okay, so sorry, just a little bit of correction. We did a rebrand and we changed our name from the Startup Academy to the Startup Place. So I think it's one of my write-up online that was not really fully edited. So um, anyway, that's it, sure. But thank you very much. Thanks for that intro. Uh, so who do we have here? Um, Let me see, participants. So welcome Abayomi, Sikiru. I hope I got that name right. Andrew, um, Owobu. Maybe I'll just call in the first name. Ruth, Joe, Victoria, Sharon, another Victoria again. Sharon too. Okay, Suliat. I think the names are changing. Yes. Thanks for coming. We sincerely appreciate. And so we're just basically going to jump right straight into this. So subject to what I was introduced as, I'm a startup and a small business growth expert, and I also do project management. And I have over 10 years in startup and small businesses. I started startups from school. So I started officially working from 200 level. That was sometimes in 2007. And I remember then we had a business club in school back then in ABU's area where we did a lot of tests. We tested different kinds of ideas. And over the years, I've seen ideas get good and grow well and become profitable. And I've seen ideas that didn't really get well and didn't do good. So basically, I'm going to be teaching us on how to transform our business ideas into realities. Now, one of the things you need to understand about business and about entrepreneurship is that you're basically going to be working with ideas almost every time. Now, you need to learn how to turn these ideas into realities. Ideas on its own are good, but ideas are not good enough. But once it becomes a product, that is when it is good enough. Now, I once read, I'm a student of history. I love history very well, right? So history of the ancient world. I can tell you the history from Genesis, first man Adam, tell you all what happened around different parts of the world up to the fall of the Roman Empire, and of course, a bit beyond that. And one of the stuff that happened in history was the Wright brothers that started what we know right now as aeroplane. Now, do you know that the Wright brothers are not the first people to actually do a design for an aeroplane, but they were the first people that actually went to register the patent. That's why it's it's patented to them. There was another guy that I think is a professor of mechanical engineer that had that same idea, but the guy was not really fast towards executing it. So transforming your ideas, your business ideas into realities is very important, especially this stage of existence where we find ourselves with the whole COVID-19 stuff. Um, so we're going to be starting. Please, if you have any questions, just get to jot down. The section is broken down into three parts. First part is that we're just basically going to be doing introduction. You learn about business idea. Then you also get to learn about business itself. Then the second part, basically going to be sharing with you on how to actually turn your ideas into reality. Then the third part, which is the final part, is that we're going to make it practical. Now, I'm a practical kind of person. I started my career and everything from training. Then I moved to consulting. Then I moved to support. So I still do training. I still do consulting, and I still do support. But most times I tell people that I don't just teach. I teach and I facilitate. So I take it to the point whereby you get to do practical, because once things we practicalize, we always remember. We get good at practicing, not just at acquiring knowledge. Experiential knowledge is very key. Sorry, if you can hear me, type I. Admin, please, can you allow Damilare Ojo in? So if you can hear me, just type I, so I will know I'm not speaking to myself. So if you can hear me, type I. Okay, right, good. So we have some I's there. So let's get to start. Okay, so quick one, introduction, understanding your idea and business. So before we start about understanding your idea and business, let's talk about market analysis of Nigeria, the business atmosphere in Nigeria. Right now, number one, COVID restriction has stopped movement. So there's not really movement as much as before. Of course, it's not really coming up, but a lot of people are still working. So before I came on this stuff, I was on a call with a friend of mine that worked with A and Y, and he said they've been working from home since the COVID time, because they are much in numbers. Uh, okay, so they are basically much in numbers, and they can't get to all sit in the same place in the office. So basically, that's basically it. All right. So that is the first issue. So the second stuff is that political stability. Nigeria, we have an unpredictable political atmosphere. Well, you guys know what happens to Gokada and OP, right? So that is it. Nigeria have a market capitalization of $50 million. So it means that according to market caps, we have a volume of $50 million exchange hands daily in Nigeria. Daily working time value. Major point of exchange has now shifted online. So it's very important for you to know that major point of exchange is now online. There are some of my customers who have not seen, I will not say. Organization. Now organizations are now emerging. New organizations are now emerging. So a lot of them are now unstructured. So this is what we call the freelancers. So a lot of these guys are now coming up. Growth. Nigeria is a majorly a consuming society. So you just need to know that we're a consuming economy. Like almost 80% of what we have, we consume. We don't produce almost 80% of what we use. Clients. So if you're looking at clientele base, Nigeria have over 200 million people. So you should know this is a very good market. So we have the largest market in Africa. 200 million people is a strong one. Customers. Now, customers are reducing their purchase because they are afraid of spending money because of the recession, pandemic. So you just have to really work around getting customers to say yes. So I just closed a deal where I'm doing a business profile. I'm supposed to do a website for her, but I'm not doing website, so we have to just skip that. So I'm just doing a web copy and a business profile. And I had to really stay on that call to really convince her to say yes. But I had to explain to her key benefits of why what I'm doing for her is going to work very well. That is the sales part. Maybe when we take a sales training. Then cash flow. Cryptocurrency, digital money is really taking up, and you just need to really get to position yourself. Cryptocurrency is here to stay. I don't trade crypto, but I support it. I know about it, and I tell people that please go out for it. That it is really, really doing very pretty well. So let's start. So what is a business idea? So a business idea or an idea is a concept, an insight, or a methodology used that can be used for number one. Please don't forget, starting up a business. So if you are looking at a business idea, the business idea number one will be used for starting up your business or expanding your business reach and impact and profitability. So when you say a business idea, it is used for either you're starting up or you want to expand. So if you need to expand your business, you need business ideas. So this is very important. Consolidating your position in the marketplace. So if you want to occupy more reach in the marketplace, occupy more area in the marketplace, you would need to work with a business idea. So basically, a business idea talks about concepts, insight, or methodology. So if you're looking at a concept, a new way of doing stuff, a new thought pattern, a new methodology through which you could start something, or you can expand that business, or you can consolidate your position, then we're referring to business idea. It's very important to get to know that. So you need business idea to start, you need business idea to expand, and you need business idea to consolidate your position. So starting, expanding, and consolidating position, we will all need the word called the business idea. So what is a business? Now, I don't know where I saw this definition or I gave this definition by myself. Now, but I usually define business as an organized system that creates value for a target market to be exchanged for profit. So when you have an organized system that creates value for a target market and is exchanged for profit, you are in business. So business basically goes beyond buying and selling. Kindly note that. Uh, I used to say this stuff. Well, maybe I didn't really want this banter on Twitter. So one lady came up one day and said that if you are if you're calling yourself a CEO and you don't have people that you are a chief executive over, you're not a CEO, you're basically a trader. I think that was like a few weeks ago, and stuff really trended. So I'm not insulting people that sell shoes or sell stuff or stuff like that. It's fine, it's good. We all started from that area, but a business is different from you just having been an entrepreneur and selling products and services. So you must have a system in place. The system must create value. There must be a target market, and it has to be exchanged for profit. So it's beyond buying and selling. There should be a system. Now, when you're looking at a business, every business now when I mean every business, I'm talking about startup and small businesses or emerging businesses, which I know a lot of us find ourselves over. Once you start looking at conglomerates, every of these things changes. So take, for example, 2 years ago, I went for a Faith Foundation. Faith Foundation is like a mini business school in Lagos. So I did a program there, and the talent officer, the head of HR for Dangote Group, came to lecture us on human resource. And she was saying that for a small business, marketing, sales, research, customer service, they're always in one department. In fact, for a very, very small business, one person does it. Then later on, they start breaking it. She said for a very big corporate organization, sales department is different from marketing department. It's different from customer service department. In fact, the time will even come that even marketing is spread. Some people focus on the ad and promotion. Some people focus on digital. Some people focus on content. So it's different parts, right? But for a small business, first is your product and service. Talks about what are the values you create. So that is a part of your business. What are the value you create? And that's what are the things you create that delivers value to your target market. Next is marketing. How you intend to create, capture, and deliver value. So how do you get people or capture them, then deliver value to them? The next is finance. Finance is a very important part. Finance talks about how you, as the entrepreneur, intend to manage your business income, expenditure, and profit. So I was talking about areas of business so that we can run to the deal for today. How do you intend to manage? So operation talks about how you intend to manage all processes involving creating, delivering, and capturing value. So operation has to do with all the activities that has to do with either your core business process or for each of your segment of your business processes. Then of course, human resource. You can't operate a business without people. People have to be part of it, except you're a freelancer. So people, basically, human resource talks about how you attract the right people, you manage them, and you grow your team. So attract the right people, you manage them, and you grow your team. Okay, so let's move forward. Called transform. So how to transform a business idea into reality. Okay, fine. So let me just pause at this point. If you have any question, can you just signify by maybe just say I or stuff, so I could just quickly answer before we jump to the next part. Do we all understand? You can give me a thumbs up, and I hope I'm not fast. Do we all understand? If you understand so far, so I shared about a business and I shared about business ideas. So we understand what a business is, we understand what a business idea is. So right now we're going to be talking about how to transform this business idea into reality. That means into something substance that you can hold and touch and feel. Okay, Victoria gave a thumbs up. Thank you, Victoria. Who else is giving us a thumbs up so that we can move on? Okay. So how do you transform an idea, business idea into reality? Now, ideas is cheap. Of course, ideas is not too cheap, but ideas is actually cheap. Execution is what is quite expensive. So, like they say, talk is cheap. Action is really the, let's use the word, the cocoa. So for when it comes to business idea flies up and down. I remember then in school, what was the thing that was killing us in school then was that when we were doing business, we were trying to learn entrepreneurship. We were focusing more on the idea than the execution. So ideas are good, very sound. But your focus should be not be more on the ideas. Your focus should be more on executing those ideas, bringing it to reality, and meeting the needs to which you, of course, that idea is coming out and is existing. So let's get to start. So how do you transform a business idea into reality? I've forgotten the EU made this quote that said, "There's nothing as powerful." Is it Miles Morrow? Or I've forgotten the name of the guy that made the statement that there's nothing as powerful as an idea which time has come. So it is very important to know how to transform your business ideas into reality. So you get a business idea, how do you do this? How do you, so I because I deal with startup, I come across a lot of idea. So recently somebody told me that I should do a non-disclosure agreement, and I called the person. I was like, "See, let me be very very sincere with you. Every month I get almost close to 100 people I get to talk to when it comes to startup or small businesses. I say, I've seen this your idea. After you guys share this idea, I say, is it this idea? I know so and so person that's working on this same idea. So ideas fly around very well. We just need to turn them to reality. We need to learn how to do it. So the first step is market research. So when it comes to this, is that when you got a business idea, the first thing you need to do is called market research. Now, market research is not really that difficult. It's just basically doing this feasibility and viability findings on your business idea to validate its market potential. So you need to ask yourself, okay, this idea I've got it right now, what's the market potential? Is it just one idea for now or the idea for the future? Is it supposed to be a supporting idea or the main idea? Is this idea going to fetch us those three things? Is it going to help us start our business, or is it going to help us grow and expand our business or consolidate our position? So you need to find out that. So market research can be done through either market sampling. So you can pick a market sampling, so through market sampling market opinions. So one of the things I do is that once I have a new idea, I have a community of people that normally test my idea with. So there's a new stuff in business development, coaching stuff I'm developing. I'm learning how to test it. Okay, let's do a class. Let's call 10 people and see whether it works. If it's getting results from there, then we'll fine tune it. But instead of just jumping into the old stuff and just throwing all your money, nah, you need to do a research. You need to do market sample. You have to sample opinion. So you have to ask yourself, you carry out personal survey, but it's also good for you to ask your customer your kind of people you're trying to attract. So what I would normally do then is that I normally create products and services, and I just talk to someone, a senior friend, or someone that looks like a customer, and ask the person sincerely, how much do you think this is worth? So market research reduces the case of trial and error. You don't have that time and that funding and that resource for trial and error. You don't. A small business, no, you don't. You need to get things and you need to be specific in getting them as fast as possible. So it's very, very important to get to note that. For a big organization, they can try different things. They have money to throw around, but not you. Also, first thing first is market research. Find out the viability of this idea. Will it be able to help us achieve our three goals? One of our three goals, which is to start a business, or to expand the business, or to consolidate its position in the marketplace. So business planning, very, very important. You need to do planning. I do a lot of business plans for people, and I discovered that most times people that really pay more attention to business plan and create business plan, the business always are high flyers. Now, planning has to do with deciding a course of action that you would need to take to actualize your goal as a business person. So you have done research, and the research is basically, oh, this is a good and an excellent idea. You need to find a way to create a plan. Your plan basically tells you how you intend or what steps you need to take to turn it to a reality. Very, very important. So your plan would give you an insight, will give you methodology of turning this idea into reality. So transform your idea into reality, you would need to create a simple plan around it. The proof that what you know or your idea is real is that you need to put it to paper, and you need to start creating a plan for it. So you need to create a plan. They call it product launch plan. Some people call it execution plan, but you just basically need to create a plan for how your idea is going to come to reality. So we're going to show you some. Your plan should answer the following question. So when you're creating a plan, you should be answering this type of question. Number one, when? They call it the 5 wives and the 1 husband. No, when. When talks about when are you, so examples would be, when are you going to launch this idea? When are you taking the next step? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do that? Next one, where? Where do you intend to do this? Where do you intend to do that? Where do you intend to launch the, the idea? Where do you intend to do production, if it is something that has to do with production? So how? How do you intend to do that? How do resources come in? Why? The big why. Why are you doing what you're doing? Then what you need to do, and for who you're getting to do this stuff to. So when you're creating a business plan, you need to be able to answer this question. It helps you fine-tune your idea. It's very important to get to do this because it gives your idea a fine-tune, and it makes it easier for you to basically manage that idea and manage stuff. Um, Next is value positioning. So it's very important that after you have already created a plan, you need to ask yourself that, what is the value positioning of my idea? Now, um, so I attend a church called Daystar. Sorry, pardon me. I'm going to use that for example. Now, my pastor is an entrepreneurial person. He loves entrepreneurship very well. And one day he was making a statement. He said one of the things that keep business people is this, that we come up with ideas about our business that's for something that will profit us, not the customer. See, one of the definition of failure for a business person is to create what you need, not what your customers need. I don't like my products. Customers are fine with it, and it delivers value to them. I'm fine. I'm okay. So one of the things you need to do is that you need to understand what is your value positioning. How does it solve problem? Does this stuff solve problem for my key stakeholders? So when we talk about key stakeholders, we're talking about your customers. I'm talking about maybe trade unions. We can talk about internal people inside your organization. Is this idea, the outcome of the idea, is it going to help these guys solve issue? So you need to be able to, your idea takes the form for which it is projected. So you need to ask yourself, how can we project this idea better? How can we make it more valuable, more worth it? It's a good idea, quite sure. But if we don't make it more valuable and more worth it, it's as good as bad, because people will not basically buy into it. So you need to understand what is your value positioning as a business. You need to position your value. Your value talks about your products and services, which is an offshoot of what your idea is. So your idea positioning, how do you position your idea as the best, right? Or the most preferred, or the one that solves problems and challenges and fears faced by this your customer. Very, very, very important. Then validation, testing and validation. I do this a lot, and I tell a lot of people to do it a lot. Ideas are not fully formed, right? No idea is fully formed. You would not find out the entirety of an idea by sitting down and cracking your brain and planning. Nah, you need to hit the streets, you need to hit the road before you find out a lot of things. So I'm grateful to God that I took some steps in life, and I've seen it that if you've been in business enough, you would notice that what are the things you're doing 5 years ago. It's not the same thing you're doing right now because you have grown. You've grown because you were testing and validating. So for your ideas, you need to put structures in place to test your business ideas in bits before you back it up with more resources. So I remember one certain time, a friend of mine met me and she said, "See, Marcus, I have 150K. I want to start this business and I want to put the 150K inside." I would like say, can this your business take 50K? And she said, yes, it can take 50. I said, why don't you just use 50,000 naira? What you do is that at the end, if the business goes well, fine. If it doesn't go well, you have 100K. You can tweak a lot of your stuff and get to add to it. She didn't pay attention. She lost her money. She lost her money. So, but the thing is just this: you need to learn how to test your ideas, right? So test ideas, test ideas, test ideas, test ideas. You need to find way. And if you're testing your idea, you're not just testing your idea on anyone. You're testing your idea on your key stakeholders, the internal guys and the external guys. The external guys talk about the clients and the customer. The internal guys talk about your people. So recently, one of the things we started doing is that we started doing project training, and it involves us doing project management training and training people on using of ClickUp or Trello or Microsoft projects. I have to test it in-house, right? I have to make sure that people inside the house are being tested. Some of my staff trained them how to use Trello and the rest. Let me see how rigorous it is before I can start pushing this stuff out. Testing your idea allows you time to fine-tune your business idea, features and features, and allow for better impact and results. Testing your ideas is too important. You need to learn how to test your ideas. Test it, test it, test it. Now, when I mean test it, test doesn't mean that you spend your whole day or your whole life testing ideas. No, no idea is fully formed. Now, I want to ask you guys a question. How many of you joined Facebook? What age should I call right now? 2000. I think Facebook started 2007. How many of you joined Facebook like 2008 or 2009? Give me a thumbs up. Facebook, if you joined Facebook 2008 or 2009, give me a thumbs up. Victoria, are you the only one that is millennial or baby boomer here? I know, that is a joke. Now, if you were on Facebook before, you will discover what Facebook was then and what Facebook right now is. It's two different things. Facebook has evolved over time. But Facebook started as an idea, and Mark Zuckerberg, Uncle Mark, decided to take action, right? Decided to test his ideas and see it is working before he makes changes and validates it. So, but for a lot of entrepreneurs who want to start today and who have hit it big, the value comes where the financing from the value is very good too. Now it doesn't just work. It doesn't just work. You need to get the idea, plan it, plan how it's going to meet the needs of your customer and test it. If some of your customers are gracious, you can test the ideas on them. So I know some of the products I want to bring out. As a customer, if you trust me, no problem, fine. I come to test on so very, very important. So you need to learn how to test and validate. Test and validate to see that whether it's true. Test, test, test. I beg you, get to test your idea. So generate business idea. So let's come to the last part of our talk. Any question thus far, please? If you have a question, can you ask? Before we go to the last part. So this part is practical. You will need to we need to bring out maybe your book, which I advise more, your book or your pen or your plain sheets. So
hello.
yes, please get to ask.
Yeah, this is Victoria.
Yeah, Victoria, no, I know.
All right, okay, so you were saying something about the idea, the process your idea must go through, that you have to test your ideas in bits, right?
Yes, I
Okay.
see that.
Okay. So my own question is it all business ideas that must be tested in bits? For example, for my company, when we started my company, like when we started selling to people,
Yeah.
we didn't test in bits, kind of. We open in a, like when if you want to open a restaurant business, let me use that as an example. How do you test the restaurant business in bits? Is it that you first of all cook in your house and people will come and eat, or before you now start investing in owning a restaurant? And okay, so when you open the restaurant, what happens is you cook in bits, like you only do 3 menus because you are testing the water. So for me, I feel there are some business ideas that you just have to go into after getting all your facts and data right, after doing the research and all that.
Okay, fine. All right. Thanks. Thanks for that question. Thanks for that question. It's a very good question. Is it all ideas I've tested? No. But I discovered that the ones that I tested, the result and impact from it was more compared to the other one. Now, the reason why I advise you get to test your idea is that it saves you stress and saves you resources. When your business really gets to grow big and an idea comes and they tell you the idea is going to cost like 5M to test, or 5M, you would prefer to put 200 or 300,000 naira, but test it is working, then we get to scale up, than sitting down and say, no, I'm not going to test this stuff. I'm just having faith and just go with it. So for a restaurant business, most times people that end up doing restaurants, you will notice that they have been in food supply for a while. That is part of testing your business ideas. You can actually be doing business and testing the idea. Nothing stop you. Uh, but like I said, standard practice is good you test your idea. It is very, very good you test your idea. So any more question before we move to the next part?
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Okay, my name is Sikiru.
Yeah, Sekiro.
Yes, very well, thank you. My response to the last question. Now let me give you my personal experience. I run a cleaning services business. And when I started, what I did was I started my business by servicing close friends and family members.
Okay.
In fact, I was charging next to nothing when I started, but I was more concerned with their opinions, their criticisms, their observations. So I was using that to fine tune my idea. That was
Okay.
one. And then two, what I also did was after about 2 years of venturing into the business, I got like a small consultant. I commissioned her to do like an appraisal of the cleaning services industry, specifically in Lagos. And she did a very good job for me. She gave me a documented review of what she did. And in that document, I found that document very, very useful. So by testing, it may not necessarily mean that you go out there and you begin to spend money, but you can actually start like your restaurant business. You can actually start by volunteering to cater for a family get together, and you get people give you their bills about what you served them. I think for restaurant business, that can be an idea of testing for you. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Thanks a lot. Like I said, when it comes to restaurant business, there's nothing stopping you from starting. Should I enter this area? So there's nothing stopping you from starting at a specific area on the value chain. So in fact, it's usually advisable that when you're trying to start a business or you're trying to start something, you're doing like a blue ocean strategy. You start small, then you get to scale up. Not just go big. You just start small, don't start scaling up step by step. So um Yes, of course, you can start with the food supply. You can start doing um you can start doing short you can start doing short you can start doing short cooking, short orders for people. Then basically from that you get to move up. So how to generate business idea. So I'm just going to give you, this is basically five areas you could get, 5 ways you can get to generate business idea. And let us get to discuss it. Number one, what close substitute products and services exist? What close substitute products and services to your customers exist? Number two, what does your customer need before and after contact with you? Number three, what is the latest trend? What are the opportunities and three available? And what are the opportunity and threats? Sorry, that's supposed to be threats. Pardon me. What are the opportunities and threats available in the business, in the market, in the marketplace? Then how can you make your product quicker, seamless, and efficient? So we're just basically going to discuss right now. So please, if you can, unmute your mic if you have a question. So let's start. Let's start with the first one. So does anybody want us to use? Okay. So Andrew, please, if you can, just ask your question so that we can get to do this part. So anybody can pick option one, anybody can pick option two, and somebody can pick option three, option four, option five. Then we can then see the way of bringing ideas out that you would need in your business. Then we can call the class today. So Andrew, if you can, unmute your mic and ask the question.
Okay, good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Oh, loud and clear. Okay, so you said not all ideas are tested. So, and you said those that are tested from experience and from proof that they grow bigger, they are lasting, they stay durable. But look at it. If an idea is being tested, and we said the possibility of those that are tested are the results are more fantastic, and it didn't come fantastic. What do you think went wrong?
Well,
because you said
okay.
said.
So the thing is this, right? The thing is this, right? If I get your question clearly, I tested the idea and it came out, and it didn't come out very fantastic. So you just have to note that from that market research you're going to be doing, it should help you identify when is the time for an idea. Just imagine cryptocurrency came out 1990. It won't fly. Zoom has been there for a very long time. The time of Zoom idea was pandemic. A lot of us didn't download Zoom in pandemic. Of course, I downloaded it then because I had some meetings with Zoom. I just like the platform anyway. So it was the time for its own idea had come. So you need to understand that sometimes when an idea fails, when the idea is bad, it's just that the timing for that idea has not come. So most times I normally tell my team member, there's no bad idea. Please just push your idea there. Even if we don't need it right now, we'll document it and keep it. A time will come for us with it. So let me give you an example. 2017, 18, I got an idea to start doing HR business support. So HR business support has to do with you have a business, will come be the HR consultant, provide operational project and HR consulting services for you. I had the idea since 2018. I started doing it very well 2020. In fact, I got my first gig September or August 2020. It was somebody we were providing marketing support for that we switched to HR because she started having plenty of stuff and she needed us to really provide that management stuff. And we're doing it and more clients is coming. I was asking myself, dang, why was clients not coming and the rest? We're trying to do so the timing for the idea had not come. Sometimes I've not tested it long enough, or sometimes you don't, your business doesn't really have capacity for that. So it does depend why you can implement a good idea and it may not be able to work. Or so sometimes execution was poorly done, or planning was wrongly done, or the time of the idea had not come, or some other factors. I hope I answered your question, Andrew.
I like that. I like that.
All right, fine. So quick one. So who wants us to start with him? First one. What close substitute products and services exist to your business exist? So let's generate some business ideas for 1 or 2 persons. Then we can call today a close. So who wants to go first? Who wants to go first? All right, fine. So I do design thinking very well. So this is just basically a design thinking section, a facilitation section. So like strategy. So who wants to go first? We can share 1 or 2 ideas with you. What close substitute product and services exist? What close substitute product and services exist? So who wants to go? Are you guys scared? Don't worry, I'm not going to flog you. Who wants to go? Who wants to go? You tell us what business you do, what are your products and services, then we can look for close substitute ideas and product and services you can do, and it can be a way of you expanding your business. No one?
Hello?
Yeah, no. I can Helen? Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody step me forward. Yeah.
Okay,
Are you
fine.
me?
Yeah, no problem. So your
Okay.
name, you need to on your video so we just see your face. You see your fine face. So your name and what business you do. Sorry about that. So your name, what business you do, then okay, fine. Nice one,
Okay.
sir.
So yeah,
CQ.
thank you. Yes, please. Thank you very much. Like I did say earlier, I'm into cleaning business. I also do fumigation and pest control.
Okay, so you do
That's what I do.
Okay, fine. You do fumigation and pest control, right?
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
will
we can work
provide cleaning services for individuals and corporates.
Okay, so cleaning services for individuals and corporate. So what are
Yes.
the close substitute products and services to exist in your market, in your industry, or in that subsector of the real estate industry?
Well,
It's just good because yeah.
it's that's a tough one. That was why I was a bit hesitant.
It's okay. So
okay.
I can give you 3 right now.
Okay.
Number one, substitute product that exists is maid services. So maid and housekeeping services. Those are close substitute stuff because they can substitute your products and services. Yeah, maid. Because if I have a maid, there are some certain cleaning I won't come to you for.
Yeah,
Do you understand?
of course. I agree with you.
So another one can be, let's say, appliances and upholstery cleaning. Now I know the cleaning services we majorly do in Nigeria is people's doors, windows, stuff like that. The upholstery cleaning itself, I don't know if you guys do it. Do you do that?
Yes, we do that. It's you see, like these things that you are talking about, they are the part of the business that are unfolding. You see, for you to be able to catch that market, there are certain things, like you are pointing out, there are things that you know are not open or easy for current practitioners, and those are the places that you look into. For example, people like you had mentioned about upholstery cleaning. Yes, you see cinemas, you see movie places, they invite us, and it's not everybody in the industry that can actually handle that. So that's one of the things. So like you have said, it is not commonplace with people in this industry to provide that service. But we have taken it upon ourselves to be able to move a step further in order to bring this in and then cash in on that. Now, for the other part that you spoke about, the maid. Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Yes, the maid angle.
Laundry and dry cleaning services can also also close substitute. Then laundry and dry cleaning services are also close substitute. Then another one is facility management, as in full-fledged facility management.
Yeah, full-fledged facility management.
So what you can get to do is that you cannot say yourself, okay, you can look at your customers and say, okay, my customers basically, a lot of them maybe their workers are very busy and the rest, I can start providing laundry services for them. It's a new business idea, so I can test it. I can talk to 2 or 3 of them and say, okay, I've set up a laundry shop. Would you guys mind for us to be doing laundry for you guys? In fact, before you even set up your laundry, you can talk to someone and say, okay, I'll bring some clothes for you to do laundry for me. Give me a discount. You can talk to your guys and like, okay, customers, we're doing a good job for you. We are quite busy. We understand. Can we be taking care of your laundry? Oh, fine, sure. If 3, 4, 5 people say that they can take care of your laundry, then you can simply go and set up a very small laundry stuff somewhere, maybe at your backyard. If you have backyard,
That's very
Lagos.
correct. That's very correct. And I'll give you
Lagos.
some examples.
Yeah.
I remember this is 2021. I remember in 2017, there's this big private school around Anthony, one of those two there, a very big one. And they had about 2 days to their resumption, and they wanted to clean this huge curtain. They had given us some jobs that we were doing, and the operations manager then approached me whether we could help them with the curtains. And lo and behold, I took it up, and all I had to do was to get somebody who was able to provide that service. And I must tell you, it was good business for me. It was good business for me. And it was just like an aside. And it was like an aside.
Thumbs up, sir. But that's a good one. Thumbs up, sir. It's a good one. All right, fine. So can we move to the next one? So I think we need to pick someone else this time, but thank you very much, Mr. Abayomi.
You're welcome, sir.
All right, thanks. So let's pick someone else. What does your customer need before and after contact with you? So before they contact you, after they contact you, what do they need? So let's pick someone. I could give you my own example that how we used to develop products and services basically is that most times we just ask ourselves, what do customers need before and after? Before and after. Let's see which one we can be able to start deploying. So who wants to go? You call your business name, what you do on your video, then we could just help with before and after. So just to give you some business ideas you can go and start implementing after the class, because that is the whole essence of the class. So does anybody wants to go? Please don't be scared. You will see on your video, of course, so that we can see your face. I think a lady should go this time.
Yeah.
This one.
Okay. Yeah,
can a lady go this time, please? Can we have a lady? Or we should call Suliat Victoria. Suliat Victoria. Damilare Ruth. Sorry, I'm calling you guys out, but can we have a lady? Let's see. Let's have a lady. Okay, if no lady is coming up, maybe Mr. Andrew. You're already up, so let's take you. Mr. Andrew.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Okay, so good afternoon. What business do you do?
We are quick restaurant service.
Okay.
And so we sell Nigerian meals and all that. So the customer, what customer need is, before they need good meal, healthy meal that has no cholesterol or artificial sweetening and all that.
Okay, maybe you are not getting my question. What does your customer need before and after they contact you? So what other products and services? So let me give you, for example, before your customers contact you, most of them that will contact you, they'll contact you from the workplace. They need transportation to the office. Do you understand? They need to keep fit, so they will need exercise. They will need, what else would they need? They will need data on their phone. They will need recruitment services. They'll need to grow their career. They'll need to be healthy. After they finish eating your food, they will need water. They will need juice. They will need dessert. So they'll need like ice cream or cake to step everything down. They will need fruits. What else? After eating all of those stuff, they'll still need to be healthy. So they'll still want to find a way to stay healthy after they've eaten your food. So what you can just basically do right now is that you can look at the before and the after. So you can say, okay, I've been supplying you guys food. Why not I also supply you desserts? So you will buy food for me and I also give you desserts. Or I will sell food to you. Then I will talk to somebody that normally make fresh juice. And the person would give me fresh juice at a subsidized rate. I will tell my customers and I will add fresh juice as part of what I would be sending to the customers. I hope you can hear me, sir.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Huh?
I can
Yeah.
hear you. I get you.
So you can see before and after. So what I just did is that after they buy from you, we just decided that these are the things that they will need. Then we'll find a way for you to tailor that. You just bring that idea. For you, basically, is using business idea to grow your business. Is that fine? Is that fine?
Okay, fine, fine.
It's something you can implement, right?
Yes, yes,
All right,
yes.
no problem. Thanks a lot. Okay, so can anybody else get to talk? Maybe latest trend. We'll need somebody that maybe is into at this point. So can somebody get to talk? Someone else. I will not pinch you now. Why are you guys scared of talking? Just come up, talk. This is the business I do. You see, somebody now can contact Abayo, me, or Mr. Andrew. Someone gets to talk, please. That is the OSS of this class. Let's network. Someone come up, gets to talk, tell us what business you do, and let's see what are the latest trends, and how we can really get to help you to generate business ideas. So who wants to talk?
Okay, Victoria, I want to talk.
Victoria, yay. All right, Victoria,
Okay,
talk. Can you on
okay,
your video? Let's see you.
okay, I want my video.
Please, on it. So let's see.
Okay, I don't know if I'm up. Can you see?
Yeah, Vicky. Yes, we can see you.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
All right,
so
fine. Ask the question.
my question is not really a question. So if for prepacked food now, food are prepacked, what, so if the substitute that I'm looking at is semi-finished prepacked food, so it's no longer raw now, the way they prepacked raw beef, raw chicken, but now what I'm looking at is I will have boiled the beef, I will have maybe marinated it or do something semi-processed, not like finished, then I prepacked, I have to freeze it and prepack and sell. So that's the product I'm looking at. So
It's a good product. It's a good idea, but like we said, you have to test the market. So you need to just ask yourself right now, how many people are looking at prepacked food? Because most times when people want to buy food like that, they want something that is finished. So what you should get to is that if you have a customer base of people, it cannot be a serious customer base. You just have people that may be married, not really married and busy. So I have 3 kids, I have 4 kids. If it is newly married, they are not too busy. I have 3 kids, I have 4 kids. I am busy. We're going to work. Everybody is busy. We don't need something we can come home. We don't need to spend too much time. Then we can quickly cook the food. Then at that point in time, you could just basically send them question and ask them, hey, would you be interested in a pre-packed food, a pre-packed food package, maybe half cooked, so that you can get to add your own spice, you can get to add what level of salt you are looking at. It's still healthy for you. If like they say yes, and you sell to them and they are willing to buy and you can make profit at a specific rate, then it's a good idea. Then you can get to start pushing it. Is that understood?
yes,
But the whole idea is that you need to then have to test it. Not just jump straight, you test it. There are a lot of business I want to do, but I am still testing the market. I'm testing it. I'm trying to see, can people order for it? How much do people pay for it? What are the level to which people the negotiation is going on? going to be able to do with people, what are the things we need to add and the rest. So even the HR support services, we're doing very well. People really say it's really gets to grow and be a very good product. So we just keep testing and innovating. Is that okay, ma?
Yes.
I
Yeah.
hope I answered your question.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
I hope I may.
Yes.
Okay. I think the next one. But Victoria, since you're up, let's take you for the third one. So a way of generating ideas for your business is to look at the what's called latest trend. I'm sorry, guys, the internet is giving glitch a little bit.
Okay.
Latest trend. Latest trend talks about what is trending. So do you know what is trending? So can we look at some things trending in the food industry?
Yeah, so what is trending now is people buy in bulk. Especially if you go on Instagram, you see a lot of food vendors selling in bulk. They will
Yeah,
tell you price, fried rice that can serve 10, that can serve 20. They will pack
yeah,
it, they will bring it
yeah.
for you. Those are finished products. They've already cooked the food and everything. They are just bringing it to you. And then some people do, what's it called? They do pre-packed a semi-finished product too, like chicken. Like during that Christmas,
Yeah.
yeah, there was one company, I saw it on Instagram. They were doing smoked chicken. So they were of the opinion that for Christmas you don't need to go through the stress of going to market to kill chicken. They put the specification of the chicken. They've already done it. So all they do is that they just supply you, then you just process or just put it directly on your rice after cooking your rice at home and all that. So I think that's the trend that me I see online for now.
All right, no problem. Thank you very much. And with that, basically, you could look at one or two business ideas to adapt and join into your business. Is that fine?
Yeah.
All
Yes.
right, good. So, can we take someone else? Let's take two people. What are the opportunities and threats available in the marketplace? So, who is going to take that? Let's be fast, 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 fast. Time is already gone.
Can I
So,
also
well,
take that?
if you have spoken
You?
before, can we give room to someone else? Let's give room to someone else. So who wants to go? Who wants to go, please? Someone else should go, please, so that we can all get benefits from this. Who else wants to go? Who else wants to go? What are the opportunities and threats available in your marketplace? In the marketplace. Okay. Is it Mr. Andrew or Mr. Abayomi that said he wants to go?
No, it's me.
Okay,
Abayomi.
fine. Abayomi, okay, fine, no problem. You can on your camera. Let's work on that.
Okay. So in our industry, the threat basically is what I would describe as smallholder cleaners. These are guys who basically have no experience, but probably they've been able to work with either a professional once or twice. And they basically, they go around, they see that maybe your office or your building is nearing completion, and they come in there, they say, we can clean this place for you. And before you know it, they mix all kinds of things and they get the place. And because it's tough spending money these days, they come cheap and people easily patronize them. It's a big threat because in the market, people people place quantity above quality, except you are really on ground there that you're able to convince guys to spend money to get quality. I give you an example. There was this commercial bank around Lausa that gave the building of one of its branches to a contractor. And one of my client acquisition persons went there and bidded for the job. Apparently, the contractor felt that it was on the high side, and he gave the job to one of these small holders. And lo and behold, the entire tiles was pumped out. because these are guys that what they just have to do is they pour raw chemicals on your tires. Because you see, when you apply agents for cleaning, there's usually a ratio for mixture. And so they don't do this because they lack the knowledge. And you know what happened? That contractor came back to me to say, please, we have this problem. Well, I said, yes, we can take care of it. The only thing is I did that job at a premium. I actually charged him 50% more because I felt that it was a lesson for him. So that's the threat in the industry. Now the opportunities. You see, I have learned that these days people, I don't know whether because it is lack of planning, people want to get a job done tomorrow and they contact you today. Imagine one of my customers who got in touch with us around 2 p.m. on a Friday and said he wanted us in Port Harcourt tomorrow morning. I mean, also on our part, yes, he is my customer, a big customer. So you can imagine the kind of situation that he put me. I had to respond. But of course, to him, I responded and I did that at a premium because of course I will have to mobilize people, get them on the bus and then get them to arrive there. And it's actually at a cost to me. So I had to pass on that cost. And so you see that people want you to have that flexibility to respond at a snap of the finger. They want to call you and they want you to be there for them at any time T. You also have contractors that we also service who work for some other companies. Probably they're handling a project. And I give you this instance. There's this supermarket chain, and the consultants that got the contract to construct that outlet actually delayed, and they had given him a date. For example, today is the 2nd of March. Okay, we want to launch this outlet by the 5th of March. And it was such a massive project. And he contacted me a day before the inauguration and expected us to deliver. Now, what I say to that is that it is both the level of confidence that he has in you and what he has perceived as your flexibility as a business. Flexibility in terms of your ability to deliver at short notice. And so if you are able to organize your business in a way that will give you that leverage to be able to respond at very short notice, I think you'll still make some kill in the industry. Thank you.
All right, no problem. Okay, thank you very much. So I'll just say some opportunities and threats that is available in your industry. So let's look at the opportunities. Number one opportunity is this, that people are now returning back to work. It's an opportunity. Number two, COVID-19. People need clean environment right now. So offices will need clean environment. So you guys are going to be very busy, very well. Number three, health is now taken very serious. So a lot of people are taking this health cautious and stuff. Number four, rainy season is coming, is an opportunity. So all these rodents and the rest are going to be very much around. Mosquitoes and flies are going to be much around too. So that is an opportunity and it's coming. You need to really get to tap into it. Threat, people are now staying at home more. So they will not need you to clean. All right. So that is a serious threat. People are not staying at home more, right? So people are not staying at home more.
Yes.
Another threat is COVID-19 is not a threat. People are now more skeptical of people that they don't know and people that they don't relate with.
You are very correct. Actually, lots of
To start
customers
coming to
who
their
don't
home,
want people coming to their homes.
to
Yes.
come to their
Yes.
homes, to the spaces and the rest. So those are threats. So you just need to find.
Okay, for that, the way we are trying to cope that is we are trying to get about 3 of our employees who are posted out to actually have COVID certification. they take the test, they have the certificate, and they can present to you. And so that we expect that to help us in there. So we are looking at how to navigate through all these trying times, and that's one of the things.
I think that is an excellent move. That is a very very good. That is a good move. It's a good one. It's a welcome one by me. All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So next question. So someone else can take this part. How can you make your products quicker, seamless, and efficient? Quicker means quick. Seamless means no edges, no bottleneck. Very simple. The process is simple and efficient too. So who wants to take that? We'll just basically analyze the products and services and see how we can make it quicker. Can we get a lady, please? Jasmine, Suliat. Okay, Victoria has spoken. Dami, is it? Roots, Dami, Larry. Can we get a lady to talk? All ladies are scared today. Can we get a lady to talk? So basically just talk, tell us what you do, your business, then we can look at ways of making it quicker, just generate business ideas for you, ways to get it quicker, ways to get it seamless and efficient. So anyone? Is there anyone? Okay, so any other person wants to talk, so we can just help the person out. We want to make your product quicker, seamless, and efficient. Any person? Okay, am I seeing a notification that someone wants to talk? So, someone wants to talk. You can unmute your mic and talk.
Anybody?
Nobody, but you can go, sir.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I still think that for our own service, when you talk about how you can make your product what seamless, efficient, quicker. Is it quicker? Yeah,
quicker, seamless, efficient.
Okay. Like I did explain earlier, people want you to be able to respond as quickly as possible, irrespective of how late or close to deadlines that they get to reach you. It's one of the challenges in the industry, but at the same time, it's also an opportunity if you are able to organize your business in such a flexible way that you are able to respond to calls like this. And talking about efficiency, I think quality assurance in our industry is a very, very important factor. And what we have tried to do is, I have tried to build into the business 2 layers of quality assurance. The first layer is the site supervisor. The guy is on site, he sees it firsthand. But the challenge there is that most times he's also consumed, he's sucked into the job, trying to see that everything is efficiently done, and it is possible at that point in time that he misses out on 1 or 2 things. So what we have tried to do is to bring in a second layer of quality assurance. And for that, for our corporate customers where we provide janitorial services, we have people we call site coordinators. This person may be in charge of 3 or 4 sites. So this individual visits the different sites and acts as a second layer of quality assurance person for the site. So he or she provides the second eye there. The seamlessness here is how you can transform the business from, for example, the first stage of our business is you get an invite from somebody to come and look at my site, assess my needs, and then you do the quote. The seamlessness that we are trying to promote there is for that person who does the inspection to be able to give an indicative cost for the operation. And so it does not require that, okay, I will get back to you. I will do the inspection. I will get back to you. I have to reach the office first. And so all this involves training. If you're able to give adequate training, you equip people to be able to perform the task, and then everything goes seamless like that. I think these are some of the things that we are trying to put in place. Thank you, sir.
Okay, no problem. Thanks. Quality assurance. So one of the things I did, so I'll just give you a practical example. So recently we're hired by a smart home company to provide human resource and operation and project support for them. And this same stuff, we just discovered that one of the bottlenecks they were having is they have to be doing repeat work. So this same process we talked about, having a double check, like Google call it two-factor authentication. That's so FA. So we made it such a way that everybody that goes to sites comes with a checklist of what you have done. It's been verified by someone. Someone else goes there too to verify. So it's a good one, and it's a very excellent one to make your product quicker, seamless, and efficient. So a very good way of doing this thing is to also think about technology, think about planning. So to make things quicker, faster, and efficient is to think about planning. So you have to start the project. Thank you. You have to start deploying project management methodology into what you do, how you can plan the project, determine what are customers' requirements, what do customers actually want, and see how to create what they want, right? Tailor your products and services based on what they want. Then another one is to also get to, sorry, my internet is misbehaving here. Okay, it's picked us back. So another one is also to get to look at doing automation. So automation is a very good way for you to be able to make sure that your stuff is quicker, faster, and efficient. So you look for good and simple ways of really getting to automate your business. So you look for products and service, look for tech-based things you can be able to deploy. Sorry, just my internet that's refusing to charge. Okay. All right, fine, it's charging. So you basically look for products and services you could products and services online, tech-based products and services online you can use and deploy into your business to automate it. So that is it. So, all right, finally, any question? Any question? Any question? Or you want us to get to answer? Any question? Any question from the class? So any questions so far? Anything you want us to answer, clarification? All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. So
Yes.
any question?
Okay.
Anything you need clarification on?
Okay, I think. Hello, can you hear me? I think the training is for
Yes, I can hear you.
1 to 3 p.m. So
Yes, it's for 1 to 3 p.m. We still have some time. I just want to ask if there's a general question, because I have that part I'm going to share with you guys, but it's not on this slide here. I'm just going to share one part. It's called Blue Ocean Strategy. So I'm just prepared to share that one right now. So, but any questions so far from all the
Okay. As a coach and a trainer, some of these things we've analyzed, we couldn't get much people to come up. Just like we only had from Victoria, Abayomi, and myself. So I will wish we get more input. If not, the host or the facilitator, I'm talking about you yourself, should be able to give us more impact, more point into these things to give us more broadening, like what are other opportunities for us? So because we want to do it a better way, we want to be efficient, we want to make the market, we want to blow in that market. So we want more points from you as the coach in our industry, as food industry, food service restaurants. So what are other opportunities that we can tap into in the market?
Okay, fine. So I'll just say this, right? Based on these slides that I shared, if you can run through these areas, there's no way you won't get good and new business ideas for your business. So you basically do fast food, and so you have to look at other substitute products. I've said it about. In fact, that juice that I said, if you start with that, you will get very busy. But before we start looking at opportunities and threats, what is trending, what is not trending, how to make it faster, efficient, and the rest. Those that's looking at, okay, these guys, they will need juice to go with it. They will need like they call it is it farm feeds, or they call it I've forgotten the name. They call this juice product right now that is almost 100% LD product for you to go with your food.
Like
It's a
nuts.
yeah. So, but the thing right now you just have to know is that you need to pick one idea and test it. All right. So most times I tell people that if you want to test an idea, you should give it like 90 days. It depends. So it depends on people. I give ideas 90 days. If it is not giving me some stuff within 90 days, I kill it. I just pick something else. Something to say, right? Please, guys, don't forget this one. Fall in love with the idea of providing solutions and value to your customers, not with your product and services. So that at the time you need to make adjustments, you don't start feeling this emotionally attached to your products and services. A lot of people normally find that. So I'm in love more with the idea of providing solution to customers and bringing value to them. So we change a lot of things very well. Because we're a small business, we can afford to do that. Not a large corporation that changing things is very, very tough. We have to put change management. We have to start looking at project management for making changes. But as a small business, you can make changes. So look at these 5 areas I've shared. Look at especially this substitute products. What else do customer need before and after? With that, you are fine. If you implement that business, you will have business idea. In fact, you will have too much of stuff to.
Apologies for the break in transmission, please. Mr. Mark seems to have a little issue with his connection. So let's just give him a minute or two and see if he will join.
Hello, sorry guys. I needed to switch to my.
Hello, Mr. Mark, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm with you. My device just went off without warning. Sorry about that. My device just went off without warning, so I'm trying to see whether I can just power it back. But we can get to talk. Hello? Hello. Someone was asking a question the other time, so I was answering it. I hope.
Okay.
Presentation, that was very comprehensive and explosive. I have a quick question, and my question is that after the idea has been developed, which is more important? Is it your buying power or your supplying power?
So after your idea has been developed, what should be more important at that point in time is execution, not basically your buying or your selling power, because execution still covers your selling power and your buying power.
Exhibition.
So, execution.
Execution, okay,
So,
implementation, okay.
Yeah. Once you are developing an idea, of course, you're going to do research. And with the research, you'll find out what is the buying power and what is the selling power of that idea. Do you understand? So
Yes.
at that point in time, at that point in time, you should be able to know, okay, this is what is happening in the market. This is what people. So I was giving an example of to Victoria, and like, okay, Victoria can ask people and say, hey guys, can you people buy my product I'm selling at this amount I'm selling it? And people said, yes, okay, fine, we can buy your product you're selling at this amount you're selling it. And Victoria can just basically go ahead and say, okay, I'm going to be fixing my price at this. From 100 people I've spoken to, 60 people said yes, they can be able to buy it at this particular rate. So in Victoria's mind right now, she knows that demand for the product is at least it's a bit over average. So deciding or determining what is going to be the buying power at that point in time will not be a serious issue for her. Selling power for her is that she already has an initial customer
Hello?
base to start dealing with. So that will also be an deploy and execute what she has already gotten, right? So basically, execution would be the most important thing after you have developed the idea. So execution is more important at that point in time.
Okay. Thank you. So during the course of the presentation, we talked about the SWOT analysis and the environmental scanning as well, the PESTEL, somehow in between that, the PESTEL analysis was done. So what I'm saying is that once that stage is done, once you have done your strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats, you want to come back to your idea and you want to build a strategy around that idea. So I'm not saying what should you consider at that point in time. Should you consider if you want to go cost effective or you want to go focused or you want to go differentiation, and that will now influence if you want to consider your purchasing power or your supplying power. So I was now asking if at that point in time when you have done your environmental scanning, both internal and external, and the next level is implementation, which you rightly said. At that implementation stage, you have to consider other things that have to do with capital and all that things. So I'm not saying what should you consider at that point in time. Since your idea is now coming to like a life and is breathing, should you consider your buying power first or your supplying power? Or purchasing power rather. Purchasing or supply power.
Yes, like I said at that point, right, that from your research, right, you should be able to determine what really your buying power for your business or for your specific idea. From your research, you should be able to have determined that. So what you just need
Okay.
to do is that you just need to say, okay, this is the idea I'm going to be focusing on. How do I deploy? How do I deploy my? How do I deploy my? Um, how do I execute this? So execution at that point in time should be one of the key things you need to be looking at. Of course, buying power stuff like that, and this really gets to consider it and the rest. But execution Hear me?
Yes, yes. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello?
Yes. Thank you very much. That was great.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Mark, would you like to share your screen now?
Yes, yes. I will be joining in with another device. I'll share my screen right away.
Okay. So I'll just stop sharing. Hello, Mr. Mark. Mr. Mark, are you there?
All right, sorry, it's Mark. I'm back. My devices are kind of having issues today, so I have to change device. All right, just give me a minute. We'll want to get the slide out so that I can get to share. So if you have any other question, you could get to drop. So from the last person that was asking a question, I would say state it again that execution is very important. That at the point of doing your market research and product testing or idea testing, you should have been able to validate at that point in time that my business idea, there's a demand for it. If there's actually no demand for that business idea, there's no need of wasting your resources as a business to start doing it, right? So you should have already ascertained that uh, this thing is important. People can actually buy my this idea. Is important to the marketplace. It's important to the customer. They can be able to buy. There's something that there's a map called the value proposition map, where you can get to match your products and services to customers' pains, customers' job description. You see that it's fine. Then execution is going to be the next most important thing. You need to be able to hit the market and hit very fast, because whether you like it or not, take for example, how many of us knew the app called i5? If you know the app called i5, maybe she does give me a thumbs up. How many of us knew the app called i5? I was on i5. How many of us knew i5? Ah, was I the only one that grew up with the tech environment? Okay, Joe knew i5. Okay, how many of us knew to go? Ah, okay. Joe, just only you. All right. So i5 was there. i5 is just like the idea about i5 is similar to the world of Facebook. Yahoo Messenger too was there too. So basically, this were all ideas that came.
right? And I tested the market and I saw that the market really needed what they had. But actually, what really killed a lot of them was execution. So a lot of them, that execution part was not as tight as it should be. So I'm still saying again that when it comes to the point of after you have already um, done your market research, tested your products and services, execution should be your key focus at that point in time. So you should know that this business idea is really working. It's something that will be able to help me start my business properly, or help me expand my business, or help me consolidate my position based on what we shared at the beginning. Also, bringing out the slide, then you could just get to push it and do execution there. Very important. Okay, any other question? Question, please. Hello, guys. Question? Any question? Sorry, anyone has a
Yes.
question to ask? Yes.
Yes, please. Can you hear me?
Lana, clear, sir.
Hello. Okay. Okay. My question is for small businesses like what we do. It's become very tough getting to benefit from the services of consultants. Now, if you are not able to tap into that realm, what other ways? What other ways can you adopt to get, for example, you want to do a market survey and you think this will be handled by somebody who is well experienced in the field, but you are not able to afford these consultants who are on ground. What are the other ways that you as an individual can adopt for your business to do this?
Okay. Let's answer this question now. Before my fellow consultants go and attack me, I want to spoil our market. Okay. All right. So I think this should be Mr. Andrew that also asked this question. So
It's actually
this
a
is
bio.
okay. Sorry, Abayomi. Sorry. Mr. Abayomi Sikiru. Okay, so
Yes,
this is it. I'm a consultant, right? I don't want to be biased, right? And I will be biased also. Please hire us. All right. So, but to say this is just basically it. The truth is this, that if you really, I started from beginning by defining what a business is, and if you really want to get to grow your business, you really want to do business and let the business get to grow, you need not to do everything by yourself. As in, I will still repeat it again. As a business person, if you really want to scale up and grow, you need not to do everything by yourself. You need to learn how to bring in experts and pay for those experts. So what I will tell you to do, what I will advise you to do is that I won't advise you not to pick these consultants. You need them, right? But what I will advise you to do is that you need to learn how to milk every activity done in your business properly. So let me explain the word called milk every activity done in your business properly. You want to do market research, and the market research you're doing is going to cost you, say, I'm not taking for example, it's going to cost you like 200,000 naira to do market research. It's an assumption. I don't know whether it's going to be the amount. Sometimes more. So that market research is going to cost you 200K. Now, as a business owner, you don't want to pay 200K, but you want to get the market research. What I would also do is that as a business person, I'll just tell myself, okay, I am spending 200K, I'll take 200K as an investment. And I will say I'm using that investment and I'm spreading it maybe for the next 10 months. So I can save to get that. If I need to do it instantly, I can take money from the business, just find a way to really take that 100K or look for a client.
Sorry, it's like Mr. Mark has disappeared from us again. So let's again just wait 1 or 2 minutes and hope he rejoins.
So please, when did you stop hearing me? I just
Mr.
kept
Mark, are
talking.
you back with us?
Yeah, I'm back. Please, when did you stop hearing me?
Okay, so it's like we have less than 15 minutes
To the end.
left
You
in the class.
you went off at that point where you said when you pull 200 from the business, you take it like an investment.
Okay, fine. So when you put 200K from the business, you need to take it as an investment. See me, I've talked far. Okay, fine. So what you need to do, I was just talking and going. All right, so what you need to do is that um, learn how to milk your investments. So if you spend 200K to do a business research, and the business research comes, you need to implement what you get from the business research. It's very important. You need to milk it. So it's like human resource too. The one of the best part of doing HR business support is that you need to learn how to make sure that the entrepreneur is milking. When I mean milk, I don't mean like milk dry, but what I mean milk is like maximizing the resources available at hand. So you do a business research of 200K. I won't say don't hire consultants because it's my field, so it's shooting ourselves on the feet. But you don't have to learn how to implement it because I've seen a case that I did a business plan for someone. The person paid me. It was 2 business plan I did for him for 2 of his businesses. He carried this business plan and he kept it inside his drawer in my front. I knew I was not going to read it. But it was painful because a lot of things I deposited inside that business plan. If he applied it, it's going to change his 2 businesses. So consultants started charging more. So a lot of consultants charge very well because they just believe that once people pay premium or pay serious money for something, they attach value to it. And once people can start attaching value to something, it brings more results to them. Um, so basically that is it. So I'm starting an MBA program and I have to be paying some dollars per month, I would take that course very serious. If I was going to get a scholarship, like 100% scholarship, sincerely speaking, I may not take the course too serious. Of course, I'll take it serious, but not as serious as when I'm paying every month. They are taking a lot from my account. I don't say that every month I'm paying. So I'll have to take it very, very, very serious. So you have to learn how to maximize the resources available to you. So you can take it as an investment. One of the things I do is that so recently we got a staff, I will need to get a laptop for the staff. Staff doesn't have laptop, so we'll have to get a laptop for the staff. So I'm already thinking about what are the products and services I may need to sell to get a return that would enable us to purchase the laptop. So that is the way I think sometimes. So we need to buy a laptop for maybe 150 or maybe 200K. I also have to ask myself, okay, how many of our products and services extra do I need to sell? So if I sell this extra product and services, it will give me, I hope you're understanding, sir. It will give me the
Yes.
return that I need to pay for the laptop. Then I'll just tell myself that in that 6 months time, we can milk this laptop. So laptop should be doing this. The staff should be using the laptop for this. Laptop should be working more efficient to achieve this X and Y and X stuff for us. So you can just say, okay, this market research we're getting, we will implement this market research. We will make our execution very, very ruthless execution and make sure that within 3 months, we have made that money back. So you have to take everything you do in your business as an investment. And like I was saying in the beginning, that if you really want to grow your business, you need to give room for experts. So I have to start giving room. So I'm a business person too. So I have to start giving room for experts. So some experts I have to get to do things that I can do, right? Because I'm a bit versatile. But I just tell myself that, say, if this thing has to grow, you can't do everything. You are not God. Even God doesn't do everything. There are some things He gives to we human beings to do. Oh, I hope I've been able to answer your question
Thank you
very
very
well.
much, sir.
So we have 10 minutes. Sorry, sir. I think let me just share something with us for those 5 minutes. I hope that will just basically get to help us. So there's something called value innovation, called Blue Ocean strategy. It just came to my mind to just get to share. So the whole idea about Blue Ocean strategy, you can look for Blue Ocean strategy and read it online or get to buy it. It's talking about how you can be able to create a new market, a new value, or a new cost for your product. So there are two different oceans. There's the red ocean and there's the blue ocean. So the red ocean talks about where there are sharks. So there are big sharks, big stuff. So instead of you fighting with, take for example, who am I going to use for example here? Mr. Sikiru, right? So
Yes,
instead
sir.
of you fighting with a lot of facility management firm or a lot of people that have gone very far when it comes to cleaning services, you cannot decide to create a niche for yourself. So like Gloria was saying something, it's a niche she's trying to create. It's basically Blue Ocean strategy. She's coming up with new products and services, new ideas. She's coming up with new kind of pricing. And of course, she's going to be targeting a different kind of market. So that is one way you can get to make sure that you turn your ideas to realities, to deploying the Blue Ocean strategy model, whereby you look for new markets, which of course I discussed it a little bit. You look for new markets, or you look for new value you'll be deploying to the market. Now, when I mean new value, doesn't mean something out of the blues. It can be an improvement on current value. So whether we like it or not, Twitter was an improvement on what we had on Facebook, right? WhatsApp was an improvement of what we had on BBM and WeChat. The guy just improved it. Telegram. Telegram is a very good improvement on what we had on WhatsApp. WhatsApp couldn't take too much people on WhatsApp group. WhatsApp couldn't send big files. So Telegram started doing all of this stuff, and a lot of people are really moving to Telegram. So basically, you just look at improving on your current product and services, finding new markets, and you can do cost innovation. So cost innovation says that either you are reducing your cost or you are going premium. You can do premium. So I'm doing premium kind of costing. So there's someone called Sujimoto. He does real estate, and he just decided to do his own blue ocean strategy, and he does only premium kind of houses. His own houses, I think the list of his houses to find is like 250 million. He does the 500 million kind of houses, almost 1 billion kind of houses, and people basically seem patronizing because he does premium. He targets the high niche. So that is his own blue ocean strategy stuff that he just implemented. So anyway, thank you guys. Sorry, my presentation. Okay, thank you. So I'm already rounding up. Sorry for the plenty glitch in network. I had to jump through 2 devices. My other 2 devices just stopped caching network. I don't know why. So I had to borrow somebody else's device to use, but sincere apologies for that. Sorry, please, is there any question? Something else I didn't clarify? Hello. Sorry, is there any question you would like to ask?
So
Hello,
in the
hello,
absence
hello.
of any questions, sir,
Okay.
we'd like to say a big thank you for an amazing session. I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say that it has been very interactive, very lively. And we want to say a very, very big thank you for your time and the things we have learned. So just to reiterate, today's topic was transforming business ideas into reality, and I'm sure that we all have gained 1 or 2 ways to do this in various fields. So we'd like to say a very, very big thank you to you, sir, for today's session.
Thank you too. Thanks for this. Thanks for inviting me to come speak. I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Andrew.
We'd also like to say a very big thank you to our participants and everyone who interacted with the facilitator. Mr. Andrew was very active, Mr. Abayomi as well, and everyone else. Thank you very much. So just before we go, we would like to put to our remembrance, next week we'll continue in our sessional series, and it promises to be another very entertaining, very interactive session. We'll be having Mr. Joseph Mojua, who is a recruitment expert. He'll be speaking to us on integrated talent management, succession planning framework. So next week, Tuesday, we'll be having Mr. Joseph here. I hope that every one of us have enjoyed our session today and look forward to next week. The link to register for our session next week will be sent to the chat box now, so we'll be able to access it and register towards the next week program. You can see the link on our screen, but it will be shared into our chat box now so that we can access it. Again, we'd like to say a very big thank you to our speaker, everyone who joined in, everyone who interacted. I'm very sorry for network issues as it is usually, and we hope that you will join us again next week. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.